is he over there? Well, it's a friend of mine, and he wasn't able to make it to the tour today. I was like, give me your camera, I'll see what I can do. So here's the quick tour of the greenhouse. Yeah, you're not kidding. Kind of seems so difficult to be able to capture everything, you know?
And it's different every part of the year too. Like in a month, there's going to be new stuff out. Some of the stuff is going to
Die back down, then. Man.
It's pretty incredible.
How'd you guys get to happen on working on this project?
Ben's been working on this. This is his fourth year. And I helped out last year and helped out on a more in-depth entomology bit last year. I'm just visiting today also.
Nice. It's pretty cool stuff. We're hoping to do something somewhat similar in Missoula. He never really mentioned why he dug the whole thing out by hand. Why do you think he did that, knowing him better than I do, instead of just renting a bulldozer?
John is a really passionate person, and also he's working with basically all the funds he has. You know, he started off with his trailer, built around the trailer a little bit on the concrete bed, started digging this out. It took him about 2 years to dig out all of this, and including the chocolate room on the other side underneath the trailer. And it is purely a passion project.
It's pretty darn awesome. Yeah.
And it's 40 years in the making, so maybe over 40 years now. But you know, this is a culmination of a lot of trials and errors, mostly failures in the beginning before it reached the equilibrium that it's at right now. And you know, and that always changes too, like, you know, with the introduction of different insects like the aphids that came in, and then etc. But it will start managing itself after a while. It just takes a lot of time, and that's just something that we like to remind folks who are
Oh, yes. Well, that's the thing, you know, I think everybody kind of maybe thinks that this type of a project is, it's done overnight.
Yeah.
But it's really not. Yeah. Ben, do you think I could hand this to you and you could give me a better shot of that back corner, maybe?
You hear the fox singing?
Yeah, that was awesome. Just kind of point it and stick it around. It's on now, so just,
It's funny how a sound that loud comes from a tiny, less than a thumb size
Oh, I can see him. He's right there on that stump. That's awesome.
Do you see his little throat puffing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one over here that's kind of interested in it, maybe. There's one kind of walking around right there. And then the one making noises right over there.
Good sounds.
Come on, try singing again, little buddy. I want to see his little throat puff up. He's not gonna skirt him.
Probably with me. I probably scared him. Getting down in there and pointing at him all excited like.
Yeah. Sorry, little frog.
There's a couple of them on that log.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's one right there at the top, and then there's one over there.
Here's the little buddies.
When we help out with every single week, everyone's like on all fours, just
Thank you.
Putting him back in here.
I thought so. I mean, it's impeccably clean for what's going on in here. Like,
yeah. It's like, hey, that's
yeah.
like that's our soil.
yeah,
We have to,
it's
like,
true.
put it back.
It's also to keep soil from building up in the rocks, because if you let a bunch of organic matter get in there and break down, it's going to ruin that transfer
Mm-hmm.
between the gravel.
Man, this pear tree is really nice. Plus, the pruning job on it is great. Like,
Yeah.
it looks amazing and very well thought out.
Yeah, it's 3 times a year we prune all these things. We prune them once when they're dormant, once like right after they start to blossom, and then we come in and thin all the fruit.
Huh.
'Cause
When you thin them after they blossom, what do you cut off of there, pretty much?
they'll have a big flush. There's a bunch of shoots at the top. They'll have a big flush of new shoots, and they'll get like 12 to 16 inches of new growth in the top. We cut that back a little, and then like after that one, once the fruit is like fully set, you can start to tell which ones the tree kind of wants to keep, because they'll be swelling more.
Oh, cool.
So you kind of leave the healthier fruit on there, trim back some of the stuff that has less productive looking tissue,
Mhm.
to kind of focus the energy on the fruit that are already doing better, and to prevent it from breaking branches and stuff by packing like 9 of them onto one branch. And
Yeah.
Yeah, John likes to call the process like, opening up the room so we can let them grow.
Get more light in there.
Yeah.
I wanted to
You
get
wanna
one
walk
more.
through the trees,
Yeah,
and then
I'll do it.
We'll be basically done.